Hey everybody! Welcome to Facebook Live. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you are excited. It's time to get our stamping lips on. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a fabulous, relaxing, somewhat interesting weekend. I got some stamping done, which was wonderful because I haven't been stamping much lately, and so do I have a weird hair thing? Just fix that. I'm feeling like I need a little highlight going on here. So, welcome everyone. I'm trying to think of what fabulous stuff I need to share with you. So, oh my gosh, I had a really fun weekend. My son was picked to be in it's called NISTA, Northeast Iowa String Teachers Association. Yeah, that's what it means. And it's a bunch of schools. They have a junior high and a high school one, and so he was chosen to represent his school. There's, I think, just a couple kids from his school went, him and another kid. But anyway, so they had their concert on Saturday afternoon, and they spent the whole day Saturday working with a guest conductor. So they've been working on this music for a while. And of course, like all children, I assume your children are the same as mine. He tells me Friday night on my way to drop him off at a different music rehearsal that he does in fact need a dress shirt, like a white dress-up shirt, dress pants, dress shoes, and black socks, of which he has the socks. That's it. So I drop him off and I go shopping. I buy two of every size, like 2 shirts, 2 pants, 2 pairs of shoes. Cause I don't know what this kid wears. So I tell the guy who's helping me at the store, he said, well, do you know what his waist is? I'm like, no, is he old enough to start measuring those things? And the guy was kind of looking at me like, yeah, lady. Anyway, and I said, well, he's my height. So I literally was pulling the pants up onto me to see if they would fit. And then he was asking about shoes. So then, of course, I call home and ask my husband, my son has 2 pairs of shoes, literally 2 pairs of shoes and a pair of boots. That's it. And so I called home to ask my husband to look up what size shoes he had, assuming that my husband would be able to find a single pair of shoes. Now, granted, the child has 3 pairs of shoes. 1 pair presumably was on his feet at the moment, not at home. So there was 2 more pairs he should be able to find. Well, 1 pair was at school in his locker and the other pair was in his backpack, which of course my husband didn't think to look there. Who would? So I guessed on that too, and it seemed to work out okay. Luckily, he didn't have to bring a treat or something, because that's the other thing that kids are notoriously bad about mentioning. So anyway, my daughter is so sweet. She asked if we could go bra shopping yesterday, and I don't know about you, but there is nothing more fun than bra shopping with a teenage girl. It's enough to get your heart really racing. Oh my gosh, we're really here. How is this happening? So anyway, I did enjoy our time spent together because my daughter is quite sweet. So I like that. And she's very, what's the word? I want to say grateful, but she doesn't take things for granted, I guess. So. And, she had kind of a weird request too. She said she wanted a pair of jeans, of black jeans, that had 1 hole in each knee. And the reason we were buying these black jeans was because her other pair of black jeans was too holy for her to continue wearing. Because, of course, she was cold with all of the air going through her legs in this cold weather we've been having. Actually, today it is like a balmy 30-something. So anyway, I thought that was funny. So it took us a while to find jeans that had holes that were tasteful and not skanky. And let me tell you, if you've shopped for a 16-year-old girl lately, you'll know there is a very fine line. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I am really excited to share a ton of stuff with you today. I really do have a lot to share. So we should probably get going, and I will stop telling you stories about my children. But it seems like they're kind of a good topic of conversation, I would say. I posted a video this morning, and I mentioned in my video that I was watching figure skating this weekend, and I'd recorded a couple shows. And last night, when my husband and I were going to bed, we always do this thing where we say like, I love you, or like what makes you love me, or whatever. Like we tell each other why we love each other. And so he said to me that he watched figure skating with me. I used the quotations because he watched like maybe 15 minutes with me, and I probably watched a sum total of about 5 hours. I did enjoy my time relaxing on the couch watching figure skating, but he watched a few minutes, and there were a lot of raised eyebrows at me while we were watching, so whatever. Okay. But one of the things that I have to share with you, so we haven't had our regular Facebook Live for a while, so I hope you guys were able to catch me on Friday. I know we did have a lot of people on Friday. I was excited about that. In fact, I was so excited we might have to think about changing our time to Friday. I don't know. I had a lot of viewers. I liked that. But I wanted to tell you about a couple things. First of all, I've gotten so many cards this year from people, from Stampers, and what a treat that is to get cards literally from all over the world. So my basket of stuff to share with you this week is pretty huge, and I'm going to flip the camera around here in just a second. And then I also got a couple of gifts from people, and one of the gifts I have to tell you about is from one of my downline members. Her name is Alexandra, and she sent me this beautiful, big, heavy package, and I was kind of excited because last year she sent me a really cool present for Christmas too, and it was a pecan pie. And I don't know if she owns a bakery with her husband. I kind of get the feeling that that's what it is, or she just works in a bakery, but she's a baker, and she sent me baked goods. So hello, you can't go wrong. So this year she did send me another box of baked goods. There were amazing, wonderful variety of cookies that I don't even know how I would describe them. They're just different, not Christmas sugar cookies or your regular cookies. They were fancy cookies, spice cookies and chocolate cookies, and then there were this unbelievable peanut butter cookie between peanut butter frosty-y stuff and then another peanut butter cookie. I'm sure there was only 10 calories in the cookie that was this high and this big around, It was huge. It was really good though. So anyway, my husband enjoyed those, by the way. But she also sent me this gorgeous coloring book, which I know is backwards, but it's so beautiful. And this is what I love about it. So it's a one of those coloring, relax and color. So I think because I've been mentioning that I love relaxing and coloring in front of the TV, she's been sending me this. So it's also kind of an education in coloring, because it tells you what the different flowers are at the bottom of each picture, but it also gives you a key of what all these flowers are, because I never know what flowers are. So I was really excited about that, because now I have I have some new knowledge. But each sheet is like a really thick piece of cardstock. I don't know if you can tell, but anyway, so I'm really excited. And I have not touched it yet because I wanted to make sure I showed it off on my video. And then she also had a really cute bookmark that she made and laminated in here. She even signed it. So I thought that was cool. Oh, she is here. Hi. Yay, Alexandra. I'm so glad you're watching. The peanut butter was my favorite for sure. And yes, I definitely do love peanut butter. Okay, so then, look, this is my basket of stuff to show you. So I'm going to flip the camera around because there's a whole bunch. And I know a lot of these are Christmas, but I think you will agree with me that it's worth looking at because a few of them are not. And then I think another thing is that a few of them would totally work as not Christmas. So anyway, now speaking of Christmas gifts, and let me get my camera situated a little better here. My camera has been all wonky. I shouldn't say camera because it's my phone, but my little setup has been all wonky. I need to fix it. So here I'm trying to clear so it only looks pretty. That's kind of an impossible feat. Sorry, I keep wiggling it. All right, well, I give up. All right, so the first card that I want to share with you is from my assistant, Diane. And these two came with cookies, so that was really sweet. She brought over a bunch of cookies because Diane also cleans my house. Now, she's not a house cleaner. She's a stamper who likes to clean. And so she brought me a thank you note because I gave her a fun little gift for Christmas. And so she brought that over the last day I saw her before the holidays. So that was fun. This card is from Paulina. And I loved this card. This was a stamp set from a year ago's catalog, and it's so pretty. But what I think would be really fun with this, and I've actually been thinking about it since I got this card, is to kind of recreate this card a little bit, but using the medallion framelits. I think what are they called? Maybe just medallion framelit. Well, they go with the Eastern medallions. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, so I thought this would be a really cool card to kind of recreate that way a little bit with framelits, not necessarily the stamp. So I love this card. Very, very pretty. In fact, there's so many of these I do want to kind of recreate. This was another great card. This one was from Sherry. And Sherry, bless her heart, she also gave me a Starbucks gift card. So that was really sweet. I am excited because I have been wanting to get some tea from there. So I'm really excited about that. She has a cute little handmade. But isn't this a fun card? And I know I have some leftover snowflakes that I need to use. So I loved this card. I think this would make a really fun card, regardless of, the occasion, so not necessarily Christmas, but anything, because those, snowflakes are so pretty. This card is from Tanya, and I think I just saw your name on here, right, Tanya? Yes, there you are. And this is another beautiful card. This is using the Christmas carols, and I love the glitter and shimmer that she has on here. So beautiful. Such a pretty card. And aren't these trees just to die for? Gorgeous. They look like they were done on glossy with a little, I don't know if it was sponging or inking or coloring. Oh, so pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, next, I gotta probably go a little faster. This was from Bryn. She is a fellow demonstrator and is such a sweet, sweet, sweet person. She kept pestering me for my address. But she is just a doll. And I think I've mentioned her before because I said she's really fancy. So bless her heart. She sent me a gorgeous card. This one is from another downline of mine, from Sherry. She's so sweet. I love this. May your year bubble over with happiness. I think, how adorable is this? So she did the new bottles from our occasions catalog and combined them with, look at this. This is the wood grain DSP, and then she heat embossed white snowflakes on them. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, here is another gorgeous card. Oh, this one's from Sherry too. I was going to say, I thought that was from Sherry, but so she sent me a Christmas and a New Year's card. Can you even stand it? But how pretty is this? It's just so simple. I love it. Okay. Another gorgeous, gorgeous card. This one, is from Mary. She is a sweet, sweet lady who I love the red. The red and silver, so pretty. Okay. Oh, another cute one. Cutie patootie. This is from Nancy. She is a customer of mine who added some fun little ribbon with her stocking. Oh, so cute, cute, cute. Oh, and this is so pretty. This is a stamp set from a few years back. This is from Sharon. Sharon and Mary, you are both from Wisconsin. This one I'm particularly excited about because it came from Switzerland. Yes, I did just flash your address, Franziska. So, isn't this beautiful though? Oh my gosh. So she has these beautiful stars on here that are kind of like copper glitter, and this gorgeous star with the wood paper. Oh, so beautiful, and it's such a sweet note that she included, and I just loved it. I was just so tickled whenever I get mail from anybody, I'm so tickled, but for people to go out of their way and send a card internationally is so sweet. Here is another cute, cute card. This one is from Mary in New York. So adorable. I love this. This was from, this is from, oh, I can't remember. So there you go. We're going with that. Throw kindness around like confetti. I think that was the envelope she had. I just thought that was cute because I like that sentiment. This is another adorable card. This was from Carrie. And Carrie, I think you're on here a lot. Oh, Franziska, yay. I love the card. Thank you. This is from Carrie. I think that's how you say it. I hope so. Carrie is so sweet. I love this card. Such fun, happy colors, and a cute little mouse hanging out of a stocking. You really can't go wrong with that. Here's another international card. Oh my gosh. This one is from Fiona. She sent me cards before. Bless her ever-loving heart. She is from Australia, and what a treat to get. You can always tell international cards because their standard card stock is a little bigger than ours. Look at this. So it's just a touch longer. So I always think that's kind of fun just because it's so sweet. And she decorated her envelope so cute. So that was really sweet. So thank you so much, Fiona. I always so appreciate it. Here, this was actually one of my very favorites. This card was from Jill. She's also in my downline, and look at how gorgeous this is. The black and white and silver is just stunning. I loved this card so much. Oh, and speaking of, here's another one. This one was from Debbie. She's also on my team. She had a cute little message in here. That was so sweet of her. And here is another stunning black and white and silver. Oh, I loved it. I loved that black and white for Christmas. And you know, the other thing is I really like this as a card layout. It's both of these really. I mean, all of them. They're all so good. So I will be posting all these on my blog. Just give me a little time. This one was from Jacqueline. So cute. This goes with our little kit that we had this year. And then I had to share this one really quick. This is from my aunt who lives in Hawaii, Melikalike. So I liked that. And I've been watching a lot of Hawaii 5-0, so it was kind of perfect. But anyway, I love that she sent me a Hawaiian card. This one is from Lois, and Lois sent me some treat. One treat is gone. It was candy. And then I believe this was also from Lois. It was a Diet Coke ornament, which is so awesome. I love it. And actually, we're putting our tree away tonight, so I will put this with all the ornaments. Although I might keep this in my office because you know what? I love looking at them, but I also kept my lipstick ornament from Tracy. I kept that in my office because it's so cute and it like makes me happy when I look at it. So you know what? I'm putting it by my lipstick. So there you go. All right. This card was from Tracy. Look at all of this that Tracy did. She made this gorgeous banister from the wood grain or hardwood, background stamp, and then she cut the wreath in half and did the banister. Oh, so pretty. A lot of effort went to that, so I was really impressed. Here is another stunning, stunning card. In fact, you know what? I might even throw this aside because this is a card that I think would be super easy to recreate with different pattern paper. This one was from Lisa, and she is so sweet. She is a demonstrator who I met at Onstage, and oh, bless her ever-loving heart. She might even be on here. So I just love this card. So I'm actually going to pull that aside because I was thinking of something to do, and that is going to be perfect. Okay, here is another Carols of Christmas. Look at all the details on this beautiful card. This was from Shelley, and I want to say, oh, I can't remember. I was going to say something about this, but then I can't remember if it's the right Shelley or not. Anyway, she added, these are from the Carols of Christmas and the card builder framelits. So, so pretty, pretty, pretty. Speaking of, this was a very popular choice this year because I have another one. This is, again, the Carols of Christmas, and I love how she did this. She put the four corners with the poinsettias, a little texture on her DSP with a folder. This was from maybe a year ago or so, and I just love it. This was from Christine Beach, so thank you so much, Christine. And this, look at, isn't that cute? I just had to share that because it's cute. Okay, that was on the back of one of my envelopes. This is a card from Christy. Thank you so much. Christy is in my downline, and this was a thank you card for one of the gifts she received, and I love this card. So cute. You're delightful, which, of course, that makes me happy. So thank you so much. Another adorable card, and I think this was very similar to a card I shared that I got an idea from another person. Well, no, maybe this was kind of like, well, and okay, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. This is from Brenda. I did do a card similar to this that I had a challenge for on my blog, which reminds me, I don't think I've picked a winner for that, so I am bad. And it was not on my blog, it was actually on my Stamping with the Creativity Kit, but that's a long story short. Anyway, look at this fun card. She used the Christmas DSP in a thank you card. Loved that. So thank you so much, Brenda. Here is another fantastic card. This is from Jolene. This card is stunning. I love what she did here. So she embossed and die cut joy from a piece of silver foil. What a great idea. Oh my gosh. I think I need to try this with another folder. So I loved this card. I'm setting that one aside too. Those are like the copy right now. By the way, did we talk about this from Lois? I don't think so, because I got all excited about my ornament. Lois used the Eastern Palace or Eastern Beauty, Eastern medallion. I can't remember the name of the medallions. Anyway, I love that she incorporated that into a Christmas card. And so she's got the two pieces here and then this beautiful little poinsettia on top. But isn't this adorable? By the way, I really do like this. And then the gold sentiment embossed, which is so pretty. And then she embossed on the inside. That is some overachievement in embossing because I'm generally a little too lazy to do that much, but I did appreciate that card so much, Lois. This one was from my downline, Alicia, and isn't this beautiful? This is a stamp set that I never actually got to. I have it. I love it. They demonstrated something with this set in Thailand, and I had to have it at that point, and I never used it. Do you guys ever not use something you have? I mean, I can't imagine you ever would. Like, you use everything every day, right? Haha. That's a joke, by the way, in case you weren't sure. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, this is from Dee. I'm trying to remember if there was a card with that. No, that was not it. Oh, maybe this is, oh, here it is. Yep, there was. So bless her ever loving heart, Dee Tara. She is a customer of mine from, I think she lives in California, I'm pretty sure. So look at this. She put the die cuts on the inside, which I think is so beautiful. And she did, again, the Carols of Christmas, and is so, so pretty. And she sent me, check this out. She sent me a little calendar tag. It's kind of like chipboard that she decorated with Post-it notes and a calendar. How cute is this? And then this is even another sweet thing. She made Life is Better with Friends, and it has tea in it. I love this. So sweet. I haven't tied it back up, but I can't, well, because I need to drink the tea actually. And such a cute little holder for tea. So that was really sweet. Thank you, Dee. This card is from, I think this is from Kelly. Yes, this is from Kelly. She is one of my amazing helpers who helps me on a very regular basis. Just P.S. if you're on here, Kelly, when you coming this week? Aren't I horrible? I do love her though. She's so sweet, and she and her family have kind of adopted Sophie, my dog. So that's really sweet. They're animal lovers, and Sophie definitely knows when Kelly is here because she loves Kelly. This is another card from Kelly. I was going to say I was pretty sure that was when my cousin died, so that was really sweet. Kelly, thank you so much for thinking of me always. You're so sweet. Another Carols of Christmas card. Oh, so gorgeous. This is from my very dear friend Carmen. She might be on here as well. Carmen is another person who lives locally with me, and I always adore her because she told me when I met her that I was her New Year's resolution. So I always think that's so sweet. And this is, again, the Carols of Christmas. And look at this beautiful background. So gorgeous. Here's a really sweet, sweet card with kitties. I always love when people do that. This is from Alexandra Matean. This must have been the card that came with her present. And I love that she put the cats with Christmas ornaments because that's so clever. I never think of that. So cute. Here is another adorable card. This is from Tammy. And I think I saw Tammy's name pop up here, or maybe I could be wrong. But anyway, this is a stamp set and some printed paper from a few years back. And I love it. It's kind of like Throwback Thursday. I love when people use sets that haven't been around for a little while. So that's really sweet. And I'm just looking, do I have more? Or are these from last time and I've already showed them? Hold on. I think. Nope, I think we're done. Have I shown all these? Yeah. Yes. Okay, we're good. Phew. Okay, I knew this because the next thing in my basket is actually my cousin's funeral thing. So, all right, look at all of these cards, you guys. How insane is that? So I'm so grateful to everyone who took the time to send me a card. That is just so appreciated. Thank you so very much. Okay, so it is time to stamp some cards, don't you think? I'm just realizing that I don't have all my cardstock cut. It's a long story short, but I got sidetracked. Oh wait, we have gifts to do first. Sorry. Okay, so I have gifts and they are in order here. These are drawing winners from people who shared my video or have purchased with my host code. So I always have a drawing. So the first one is for Burnett Ryan. So you will get the Love You Still stamp set. Now, I always ask that you take a second and email me your address so that it's easy for me to quick pop this in the mail. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if Diane is on here, my assistant. We spend basically 2 full days a week dedicated to prepping and mailing out gifts and thank you cards each week. So a lot of time and effort goes into that. So if you're wondering why I'm asking for your address, it's just simply for getting things done as fast as humanly possible. This is for Barbara Dolman. And she gets the sweet little something. You might remember and actually I have an update for this. I made a card. I showed you how the Stamparatus works with this. And I finished up my card last week. We stamped this and then I completed it by adding a little printed paper and some ribbon. And that is my finished card. So this will go on my blog, by the way, too, so you can see it. But that stamp set goes to Barbara. So congratulations to you, Barbara. The next stamp set is Heart Happiness, and this is going to go to Jolene Barnes. So congratulations to you, Jolene. Do you like how I'm sticking these on here? So thank you again for those of you who have ordered and shared. I really appreciate it. I give 2 away each week, 1 for ordering, 1 for sharing. So if you've ordered, you're in one drawing group, and if you've shared, you're in another drawing group. So there you go. And the last but not least is Lovely Wishes, which goes to Jane Johnson. So thank you so much, Jane. Again, I so appreciate everybody who shares and orders. It helps make all of this possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now we're going to stamp. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. Where's my first project? Well, okay, we're going to do this one. So the first project is going to be with... this is kind of funny. I put out a request for people to tell me if there was something they were interested in seeing. Some of you were very specific, and some of you had a few requests were things I don't have yet. This might shock you, but I don't actually have everything that we carry. So I do have quite a bit, but not everything. So as I get those, I will definitely make those requests up as you have requested. Another was the medallion card kit, and to be honest, I have not played with that a whole lot yet, but as soon as I get a chance, I will do that. So I noted that as one of your suggestions. Fancy folds or just creative folds were a couple of others. People had requested that, and then the barn door, I got several requests for that. That's another one. I do have that, but literally have not had a chance to play with it. So give me time. They are coming. Now, one of the requests is actually, and this is for Alexandra, who hopefully is still here. This is for the little box that goes with the Sure Do Love You stamp set. I'm just looking for the set because I have it out here. At least I thought I did. Yes, I do. Okay, Sure Do Love You, and I have an online class for this that comes out at the end of this week. I love the cards that I made for it. In fact, we're going to use the paper, printed paper that coordinates with this coming up in just a minute. But this is the boxed die set that comes with it, and these are so awesome for creating cute little boxes. They also fit our little narrow note cards and envelopes, so they're really fun. Gosh, I'm folding this. Oh, the line is crooked. I was like, why isn't it lining up? That's so crazy. Oh, dear Dina. Sometimes I wonder. Okay, so I've die cut 2 of these, and I'm just going to put these together. The assembly is very simple, but I wanted to share with you a little tip that I learned a little bit the hard way. And that is, you can cut out a little divot to make this work a little better. And so what I recommend is doing it before you assemble the box. Ask me how I know. So I'm going to take and just punch this divot. I've taken my 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I've punched that out. And then what happens is when I assemble the box, then I can get whatever is in here out easier. Does that make sense? The other thing is, if you're going to stamp on this, I recommend doing it before you put it together too, because it's just so much easier that way. Again, ask me how I know. So what I thought would be kind of fun is if we did the Sure Do Love You stamp set. And, I will tell you though that there's little thingies, and these actually create that divot, but it's so tiny. I mean, that's really tiny. So my idea was to do a bigger one, because bigger is better, right? For sure it is. Okay, so hold on a second. I gotta grab the stamp. It's behind me so I can shoot my videos for my online class. I have it all in a tray organized because I'm fancy like that. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to take and use my embossing buddy to go over this. And I'm going to stamp this cute wreathy thing. So let's see. I did have my Versamark out. Let's see what happened to it. I have 2 of a lot of things, and I swear a lot of it is so I can find stuff. Like if I can't find one, I can find the other. That's how I justify it anyway. All right, so I'm going to stamp this heart wreath on here, and then, ooh, there we go, in Versamark, and then we're going to heat emboss it. So let me grab my powder, just out of reach. Or totally out of reach. Sorry. Ah! First I had copper, then I had pewter. I think I've got gold now. I hate when I can't tell the difference. That's the worst, right? Alright. So I'm just going to take this little piece of cardstock to use as kind of a scoop. There we go. And I like putting my embossing powder in one of these Snapware containers because it makes it so much easier to use. Very cool. So Debbie says, you saw on Pinterest that those two die cut divots can be used to make a gift card holder. Oh, for sure. That is a great idea. I'll show you what that is in a second. And actually, this box would be really cute for a gift card as well. There we go. Heat embossing. It's so fancy. I remember, it's one of the first things I learned when I first started stamping almost 20 years ago. And I still won't ever forget how excited and gleeful I was when I saw this. Like, it's the kind of thing you see on Hallmark cards, not something you do personally. It's amazing. I always love when people tell me that they learned to heat emboss like over the stove or something. That always kind of cracks me up. Like, how did you not burn your house down? Or an open flame. That's kind of my personal favorite. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, you've never seen someone heat from the backside. Well, part of it is so it doesn't blow the powder around, and part of it is I think you're supposed to. Someone told me that, and her husband was some sort of chemical photopolymer engineer, something or other. It's not photopolymer. I just said that because that's a word I use. But he knew. So there. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere this. You want to use a strong adhesive, so fast fuse, tear and tape, or liquid glue. Those would all work. And remember, we want this to be facing up. So we want this to be facing down. I am only saying this because I'm the kind of person who puts boxes together and then at the end realizes that she did it upside down. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm pressing on that. And then, do I want to stamp anything else on here? I think we're good. We'll go ahead and finalize this. Why not? Usually I don't do the stamp proofing till later in the program, but today we're doing it early. Okay. Now, I always like burnishing things, especially boxes. So really give this a good press. You can see I'm using my bone folder. It will ensure that you get a nice solid forever adhesion. Okay, so then to complete the box, we'll just put it together like this. Okay. So there we go. That's our box. Now, we can put all sorts of fabulous stuff in here. Like I said, maybe we'll pull out those note cards, but here's what I had in my brain. The die that comes with this stamp set is this cute little die. And so what I wanted to do is take some of the beautiful printed paper, grab it, some of this beautiful printed paper, and you can see they're such fun pieces. I think I showed some of this last week. I can't remember now. When I was stamping. So one side has all this gorgeous gold foil-y stuff on it, and then the other side has color. And it's such pretty paper. This is, well, if I had to pick a favorite, it would be really hard because I do like so many of them, and I really like so many of the both sides. Like, look at how fun that is. So gorgeous. Look at this one. Oh, ombre with gold foil. And the back side is just these cool little brush stroke lines. I think we've seen all of them. Oh yeah, and this is a really fun box. Box. Not a box. Paper. There's more. So anyway, what I was going to do though is die cut a couple of these hearts and pop one up right here and then put a little gold behind. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's see, that piece was cut special. Hold on. So we'll do this one to start with. Hold on, I'm just die cutting. Just die cutting. One moment.
You Facebook already?
Yep.
I got 100% on my
Aww. Can we show? We're gonna show everybody on Facebook Live for a sec. Okay. Let me interrupt this. I have to show you guys this. So Ella and I created this gorgeous DNA diagram. Did you write hey? Oh no, it says key. Sorry. She got 100%. Oh, it makes me so happy. Not only as a biology teacher, but as a crafter. I love it.
You want to keep
Good
this?
job. No, I don't. Thank you, though.
I don't either.
Oh, well, that's fine. You can put it in the recycling. Okay, we loved it, but we're done with it. I did love it. Okay, so I've got my paper, and you can see I cut a second one because they're just so pretty. We're going to pop this up, of course, because as you well know, everything is better popped up. Everybody's saying, woohoo, congratulations. She's gone. She's the teenager attention span, right? Okay. I'm just grabbing some gold mini sequins. What is the name of this paper pack? Well, gosh, that's a good question. I believe it's Painted with Love, but I will verify that for you in just a second here when I can pick up the pack and look at it officially. There we go. So we're just going to put a little loop-de-loo. I don't know if that's really a term for this or not. Hold on. Those are some sticky glue dots. I got to figure out how to get these attached a little better. There we go. That'll keep things in place a little better. Okay. Painted with Love. Thank you, Tracy. All right. Isn't that gorgeous? So dang cute. Now, I have a couple of ideas for what I would put in this box. Of course, treats are always wonderful, but I also like coupons. Coupons for various things, like doing the dishes. I'm thinking in terms of what coupons my children could give to me. Giving the Christmas. Or giving the Christmas. What am I talking about? Oh my goodness. Giving coupons for Christmas, but obviously this is for Valentine's Day. So coupons I would like to receive. A free back rub. A free car wash. You know, like where my kids wash my car. They do the dishes for me. They vacuum, you know, things like that. Walk the dog. All that kind of fun stuff. Clean their room without being asked. Like, I would be redeeming those coupons a lot. Just suggestions. So anyway, you can put those in here. You can also decorate cards. So let me pull out the cute little nice and narrow gift cards. Or note cards. So they come in a package like this, and they're really fun because they're kind of a different size, and they're perfect for Valentine's Day, but you can do anything with them. Now, I'm not 100% sure if these will go in the mail or not. I doubt it because this is pretty small. Knowing the post office the way I do, I doubt it would work. But look at even just a simple, cute little heart on here, and we can add a little loop of our gold mini sequin trim is so fun. And then these don't have to be, you know, like Valentine cards. They can be whatever you want them to be. I think these would be great anniversary cards. I also think they would be really sweet as just like little love notes that you give your significant other, or just something fun to share with somebody you love, like your kids or your grandkids, to let them know you love you, you love them. So anyway, just some ideas. And again, so easy. I mean, I actually die cut these two hearts at exactly the same time because it's a simple shape. You can die cut 2 layers of cardstock at once, which is a nice little tip for you. So isn't that fun? And then just write a cute little message. All right. Now, one other tip for you. So you can see there's this cute little envelope. You can create an envelope liner, and I believe it's the 2 1/4 inch punch, but let me verify that quick. Hold on. Where did my scraps go? Oh, here we go. Okay. So I've got this little piece that I've punched, and this will fit right here and make an adorable envelope liner for my card. Okay, so I can just put it in like so, and it made my note card even fancier than it was before. How do you like that? I think it's pretty cool. And then, of course, you just fold it over, and you can still lick it and seal it, so it's perfect. Now, depending on how they rip into your card, and you can see it fits in there. So you can probably get 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how much thickness you put in. Ooh, lunchbox note cards, pillow cards. Gift cards for a package. Oh yes, all of those are fantastic ideas. Thank you, Tanya. I love it, love it, love it. So anyway, there's our first project. All right. Now, I have to tell you, this is the most gorgeous paper ever. It really is. It's just stunning. And these are such my happy, bright, fun colors. So I love this. So I thought it would be cool if we played with this just a touch more. Now, I was making this card over the weekend, but I wasn't sure what to put on top of it. It just looks so pretty. It's just simply a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of this paper just stuck to a powder pink card, so there's not much going on there, and I couldn't decide what to do with it. So I had a few ideas, and let's play with some of those ideas. So first of all, there are one of the choices for celebration this year are the, I'm just grabbing my celebration brochure. One of the choices in the $100 option, so this is free with the $100 is purchase, is the Celebrate You Thinlits, and it's 3 pieces, and it creates and it coordinates, pardon me, with the Amazing You stamp set, which is so beautiful. But what I thought was really cool about this is that you can kind of mix and mingle the stamps and the die cuts. So in the stamp set, there is you, and then there is also, let's see what I do with my stamp set. Okay. There is You Are Simply Amazing. Let's Celebrate You. You Are Simply Amazing to Me. There's lots of combinations you can do with this, so really pretty. So what I was thinking is we could kind of put a couple different versions of that together. So I've die cut a few of these. So first of all, we've got Celebrate, but I thought, yeah, that's probably a little much for gold. I kind of like the striking part of this. Okay, so Amazing You. I'm thinking this is going to be where we're going with this. All right, so I've got my silicone mat and a little bit of liquid glue and my sponge that's getting a little gross, but it still works great. Okay, so I kind of pounce this a little bit so that it will give me adhesive on my die cut piece evenly. Now the key to this is to not move it like I just did. I'm not doing very well with this. I usually am a little more astute. But you just want to get some adhesive on here. Oh my gosh, it usually goes much better than that, by the way. And then you can simply adhere it to your card. Okay. Love that. Amazing. And then we're going to do You with some black. I'm going to go ahead and use my black archival black just so that it's really nice and bright, and then I'm sticking the U right in there. Amazing U. And I think this card is gorgeous just as it is, but you could definitely add a little bit of embellishment to it. So what if there's a couple of things we could do. I've got some black or some powder pink ribbon or some gold ribbon that we could put on here. Maybe the gold would be pretty. And I mean, this is so simple, but it's really fun. And what I love about this paper is it is obviously perfect for Valentine's Day, but I think it also would go great for just any kind of occasion, because, you know, like there are some pieces with heart or papers with hearts, but not everything has the hearts. So that's really awesome. I think it's really versatile, and I love when Stampin' Up! Does stuff that will work well beyond the holiday that it's intended for. So like earlier I showed you that Christmas card that had printed paper, or yeah, Christmas card. It was Christmas paper with a thank you card. That's what I was trying to say. Did not come out quite right though. Oh my gosh, this ribbon is not doing what I want it to. There we are. Stick. Sometimes you just need to lay a book on it or something. Do you ever feel that way? Sometimes I do use glue dots to kind of make the ribbon do my bidding. I think that's a brilliant idea. Make my ribbon bow down to my desires. That's getting a little dark, sorry. All right, there we go. So isn't that cute? So simple. Okay, so there's that one. Next, now do you remember, I'm going to pull back one of those cards that I had shared. Remember this one? This card, so beautiful. So let's make this card with our printed paper. I've got this piece cut. It's a little big, so I don't know, maybe we'll trim it down, maybe not. So, so, so pretty. And what I was thinking is this would be fantastic with a little gold accent right there, right? And then I also, okay, sorry, my brain is going a little faster than my mouth. Okay. So the other thing is you can kind of put different words together. So I can take the Let's stamp and put Let's Celebrate. Now I'm thinking that is one that I'm going to definitely heat emboss with the gold because it's just so pretty. And I've had a bunch of people comment about the fact that I've did the gold upside down, or the embossing upside down. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. I do like to trim my red rubber stamps. I'm kind of a stickler about that. One might call it anal, I don't know. But I'm careful to A, not cut off the image, and then B, cut the rubber so that the foam behind it is still intact and wider than the rubber base. So you can see how you can see the foam sticking out. That's what you want. All right. So let's grab a block here. Ooh, my block is gross. So I always think kind of ahead, when I'm stamping or when I'm creating cards. So I want to make sure that Let's will fit right in there. Okay. And then let's see. Here we go. I knew my Versamark was around here somewhere. I also need my embossing buddy. There we go. So the embossing buddy, someone said, why do you trim? I'll tell you why I trim in just a second. Okay, so I did my embossing buddy. That's so that I don't get spare pieces of bits of embossing powder that stick like to the oils of your when you touch the oils in your skin get on the paper and then it can stick to that. You don't want that. That looks pretty straight. It helps that that's sort of a curvy image, but I actually recently was heat embossing something, and when I put the powder on, like you could literally see my fingerprint in it. So that was kind of bad. Okay, so now I'm going from the back side, and I think it's just has to do with like the melting. Personally, I like it because it doesn't blow off flecks of your powder. And somebody said that that's actually technically the correct way to do it, so I don't know. Okay, so let's, and then celebrate goes right here. And that's a little bit subtle, I think, but it's very pretty. Okay, I'm actually gonna, well, I want to put this on another layer. So I'm thinking we're going to use this. Okay. Now, I don't really have room for my trimmer, but we'll make it work. I'm trying to remember what size this paper was originally. Okay, 4 3/4. So we're going to go with, did I say 4 3/4? Oh, that's the long side. That makes sense. So that would be by 3 1/2. So 3 5/8. So I'm going 1/8 of an inch larger. And 4 3/4 plus of 1/8 of an inch is 4 7/8. You probably have noticed I do use those 1/8 inch dimensions quite a bit. Okay. So there we go. Gives me just a skinny little strip. Of pink Melon Mambo. I was going to say pink pirouette, but nope, this is much brighter than that. And then our Celebrate will go in there. We'll take this and put some adhesive on the back. You don't even need very much. So that's kind of the cool part about this. Okay. Ooh, bonus. I even put it on straight. Yay. Okay, so Let's Celebrate is on here. And then I thought it would be kind of cool. I think technically the color that's in here is Calypso Coral, but I think it also looks great against the Peekaboo Peach. So it's not technically the color that's in the cardstock, as in I'm sure it's not listed, which I can verify in a minute, but I think it looks good. And then I think we can just use this gold again. This time, we're just going to tie a knot. Okay, now that is so not this card, but I kind of went in a different direction. Because I don't happen to have an oval cut right now. That's okay. Oh, but you know what? Okay, I just thought of something else. That's how things work with me. All right. It would look great on black. Hi, Jennifer. How are you, my dear? I miss you. What color is your hair right now? I'm kind of dying to know. Jennifer, if you remember my pictures from on stage, she had gorgeous blue hair. Let me tell you, blue hair does not work on just anyone, but Jennifer rocked it. I loved it. Okay, so there's my Let's Celebrate card. I mean, these are so easy. So easy. Okay, next, I was playing with, where did it go? I was playing with another set that I just love in Celebration, which is this set called Happy Wishes. This is one of those 2 double sets. So this one is a $100 choice. By the way, I combined my two sets into one. So this came in 2 cases. I combined the 2 cases down into 1 case because that makes it a little skinnier for me. So I actually took the second, you can see I folded it over and added the second case to the back. So I can still use both pieces. So that's kind of awesome. Now I was messing around with my Stamparatus this weekend. So let me show you what I did with that. Hold on. I was watching, I think it's called The Other Woman. Have you guys ever seen that? It's with Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann and Kate Upton. It's about a guy who's cheating on his wife and with a bunch of women, and it reminds me of The First Wives Club, which is sort of an old movie with Bette Midler and Goldie Hawn and somebody else, but it's so funny. Anyway, so what makes me laugh about that is when I'm stamping, I often think about cards in the context of the movie that I'm watching or the music I'm listening to or whatever that I'm doing in my office at the time. And so I was watching that movie this weekend. It was just on TV. And I just am giggling because it's just a silly movie. And just silly, stupid. Okay, so I've got my Stamparatus, whatever this thing is called, you know. And I need to put a piece of cardstock in. I'm stalling because I'm looking for the cardstock. All right. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to put my my little, whatever this thing is called, magnet in there. Okay. So I'm going to ink this with some black memento. Okay, and this is the happy stamp, if you can't tell. So we'll just stamp that down like so. So pretty. Okay, and then I have positioned here the next one. Now somebody asked me why I trim my stamps. Okay, here's the perfect example of that. I did not trim the stamp, and when I stamped it down, I caught a giant edge of the stamp, and it made me really mad. But I was able to fix it, and I'll show you how and what I did in just a second. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
You make me so happy.
I do.
Oh my goodness. Say hello to the ladies.
Hi, ladies.
Oh my gosh, seriously, what is that all about?
Hello, Internet.
Oh! He's talking in a scary voice.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You need to clean your room. Whoa! You need to pick up your room. You have a lesson after my live, and you need to pick up your room because something special came in the mail today, and you can have it once your room is picked up.
The pajamas came.
Yes, they did.
Oh, it's fake news. It came early. It's like Donald Trump.
Go on. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I am going to color with some of my markers. All right. So do you see how tight in I got my words? That's what the Stampasaurus is all about. Stamparatus. Oh my gosh. Now I'm calling it wrong. But what I wanted to share with you is how I set this up. Yeah, he is doing that on purpose. He loves making, I think he plots out what he's going to say when he comes down here. He loves catching my Facebook Live. Okay, so remember last week I told you I had scrap paper for my Stamparatus, okay? So when you're positioning things, I find it's very helpful to start with a scrap piece of paper. So of course I put my happy on there, okay? And then I positioned my word so that it was right down in there, okay? And then this way you can position it, pick it up, decide if it is going to be correct before you do it on your actual cardstock. So that is how I did that. So cool. Brenda, the markers cannot be re-inked, but they can, or they are available individually. So if like one of yours runs out, you can replace just one in the bundle instead of having to buy the whole bundle, which is really nice. Okay, now I'm going to color these in really quickly So I've kind of got a pretty color combination. I used Calypso Coral on my You Make Me Happy, so that I want to definitely feature these colors on here. But then I also added some pink, a little yellow, and some green, so I have some nice happy colors, because I promised you happy cards today, and I shall deliver. All right, so now to do this, actually, I'm going to sit in my, well, no, I can't sit in my chair because I have it covered in stuff. I love sitting down and coloring. Let's see, I've got the light here. I love sitting down to color because it's so relaxing. All right, so I'm going to color the roses in with this. And I'm just doing really quick coloring here, nothing too fancy. Do I have all the roses? I think so. And then I'll add some darker highlights. Now, whenever I'm using these, you can see I'm just quick coloring. Whenever I'm using these markers on really tight areas, I like to definitely use the bullet end, because I feel like it gives me a little bit more control over the placement of the color. And the brush tip kind of is easy to spread out more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and then these are like lilies, I think. This is where I need to get my book out and test my knowledge of flowers, because I definitely feel like I am quite, oh, that was the darker color, dang it. Okay, here's how I solve that. So I'm going to take the darker marker and just do a little of the darker color. And wasn't there another one? Yes, right there. Add a few highlights. And then I'm going to do one more. I'm going to use the darkest, or the darker color of Calypso Coral, and then highlight it with my cherry cobbler marker. So I kind of like mixing the different marker colors up and shading with a darker shade that's not the same color. So again, I'm going to use cherry cobbler instead of the Calypso Coral, and I'm just putting that kind of in the center of these. Again, this is not a lot of fancy blending, but I just love that the colors are nice and vibrant. And then finally, we'll do all of the greenery. Oh my gosh. Now, people have been asking if the Stampin' Blends are worth it, and my answer is a wholeheartedly, absolutely. I literally have to stop myself from using them sometimes because I want to use them on everything. And I like to show, you know, lots of different coloring techniques, not just one or two, but I think that's really pretty. So let me bring that all nice and close up. And so I'll point out what I did again. Here, I've got a pointer for you. All right, so here I used the darker pink pirouette, and then I put a couple dots of the lighter rich razzleberry. Here I did the light Calypso Coral with the darker in the center, likewise here and here. Here I did the dark Calypso Coral and then the light cherry cobbler in the center, like all of those. And then this one I just did the light daffodil on all these sunflowery looking things, but those could be Gerber daisies. It's really hard to say because they're kind of tiny. And then I filled in with the lighter old olive and all the greenery. So there is my card. Now to finish this up, let's make it into a pretty card. I'm going to start with a Calypso Coral card base. This is Calypso Coral, isn't it? Sometimes my eyes go wonky and I literally am not 100% sure, but yes, this is Calypso Coral. If you are trying to pick out Calypso Coral with Tangerine Tego, they are shockingly similar colors. I've noticed that recently. In fact, it makes for a good game with stamping people, is to hold up a sheet and ask which color it is, because it's tricky to just determine that. All right, I'm trimming my card down just a hair. Because it was a little bigger piece than I wanted. Ooh, I don't know if that went very well or not. Let's try that once more. I kind of started cutting before I was totally ready. All right. And then I'm going to add a layer of powder pink, I think. Because that'll go, yes, that'll go nice. So that was 3.5. All right, so I'll go 3 7/8, no, 3 5/8, pardon me. You know I love those 1/8 of an inch. Okay, there we go. And then, and this again is such a happy color combination. The coloring was quick and easy. Of course, you could simplify it and color with less colors than I did too. You don't have to get out as many markers as I did. I just happened to. We'll pop up the corners and oh, you know what though? We need to add some ribbon. All right. I had out, at least, yes, I still do. This is some Calypso coral ribbon. This is the 1/8 inch ribbon from the annual catalog. And I'm going to cut this a little long so I can tie a bow on here. Ooh, those are not my ribbon scissors. Okay. Am I going to spritz it? Well, gosh, Karen, I could. For sure I could. The $1 million question is, what color would I spritz it with? That is a tricky question. Gosh, we haven't spritzed anything yet. We should probably stick this down before something bad happens. It's even straight. I love it. Hey, Ella. Of course she's not here. A bow. There we go. Now we'll scooch this up to the top where it belongs. There we go. So pretty. You make me so happy. Okay. You don't always have to sing when you're stamping. That is completely optional. All right. I'm going to use powder pink because if this is wrong, then it will be easy to fix. Oh, there we go. That looks good. Powder pink. Happy with spritzing. That does kind of mark a happy card now, doesn't it? What time do we have here? 4:15. Goodness, how did that happen? All right, I feel like we should end the day with a bird, don't you? Okay, I've been itching to use the stamp set, and I have not pulled it out yet. So I'm going to cover my gold embossing powder before I spill it. Okay, but I think this bird set is so flippin' cute, it's not even funny. I'm just trying to figure, oh, I just thought about, I've got it. Ooh, but we'll take a nice one instead. All right. I was going to say, I need to think of how I would do this. Look at, it's a virgin stamp. Because remember how I said I've used everything in my office at the beginning of the show? I was pulling your leg. Oh, why do I trim my stamps? Okay, so the reason I trim my stamps is so that the edge does not get caught with them. Let me quick pull an example out, Ginger, because it is important. So we were just using this stamp set, and you can see I've not used all the words. Now I'm going to exaggerate this a little. But when you're stamping, and you ink up your stamp, like so. So you can see there's all this extra rubber around the edge of the stamp. And even if I was pretty careful inking that up, let me show you. So it looks pretty good, right? So when you stamp, if you don't stamp carefully, you can catch that little ink. Okay, now here's how I see a lot of people use my ink pads. They gush their ink, their stamp in there, and now do you see there's ink everywhere? And then they stamp it on their stamp super hard, and then look at that. Ah! And usually that happens at the very end of your card when you are all done and you think it's perfect, and then you do this business and it makes you crazy, right? Okay, so let me show you the difference when you trim your stamp. I'm just looking for my stamp cleaner and I cannot find it. I'm sure it's under something. So in true Dina fashion, we'll just grab another cleaner. Okay, so I cleaned that off. I have a dedicated pair of scissors for this. You can see they're full of gook. They clean up with Goo Gone or rubbing alcohol. Okay. Now when I'm trimming, I'm doing this at an angle, and you can see I want to make sure that that foam sticks out wider as a base than my rubber. So you can see the angle at which I'm cutting, because that's important. I also like to refer to this as stamp surgery because I cut apart stamps quite a bit as well. And actually I'll show you an example of that. Darn it, I was going to do birthday cards today with the fun birthday sweet stuff, but oh, that's okay. We'll get to it. By the way, make sure you check my blog back. Check back on my blog this week because I've got some pretty awesome cards coming out that I don't want you to miss. Okay, I'm also going to do that. Again, I'm keeping the foam wider. It's the inside here, wider than the rubber, so that if you undercut the foam, then the rubber won't stamp as well. Okay. Now, even if I were to gush my stamp, like I did, you can see there's stuff in there, and then I'm even gonna rock it a bit, no edges cut. Okay, now the best thing to do is have a light touch. I just daintily tap 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 tap. If you put your pinkies up, that helps you not gush it too much, and then lightly stamp. You can see the lines are thinner when you stamp it really hard. You get thicker lines, and that's not as nice. So the thinner lines is of course what the actual image looks like, and no halo edges around it. Okay, so there you go. Coming back to what we were doing though, we are going to make a bird card. So I have been itching to play with this bird set. It's so fun. I'm thinking this probably is a good candidate for my Stamparatus, so maybe we'll pull that out here. Excuse me. Of course, now I gotta find the foam pad. Here it is. All right, so you use the foam pad when, see, Amy, me too. That is from years and years of cutting out my stamps. Okay, so we'll get rid of that quick. I've got my foam pad in here, and I know I want to use this label, so I'm gonna just stick that, well, right here. I should be safe. Okay, now I want my branch to come out kind of like this. Keeps sticking to me. There we go. We'll pick that up. And let's see, we'll ink it in black. I'm afraid we might have to color these with Stampin' Blends, because don't these birds just scream Stampin' Blends to you? They do to me. All right, now I didn't stamp that. Oh no, maybe it's supposed to be like that. I'm trying to think if that should be solid or not. Let me look at the case. Oh, it should be. So here's the perfect example of why the Stamparatus is so awesome. So I can restamp that and get a nice solid branch. Yay. Okay, Then, bye, Jennifer. Back to work. No fair. Okay. So, I'm going to do this great big bird, which I believe is a toucan bird. And then I can see that its feet are placed on the branch. And I can pick this up with my other plate as soon as I figure out what I did with it. You should see the mess I have in my office. Okay, so I'm picking up this image also. And photopolymer stamps, because they're still sticky, they kind of want to stick to my paper, but once you've used and especially cleaned them a couple times, they don't stick near as much. All right, so there we go. There's my toucan. And then, if I'm not mistaken, there's an adorable little saying that I could put with this. You're the kind of friend I'd share my branch with. Aw. Still suspiciously young, I see. Little birdie told me it was your birthday. Obviously, it wasn't an early bird. Just a little toucan of my appreciation. Huh. Okay, a little birdie told me it was your birthday. I like that because you know what we're going to do? We're totally going to put a birthday hat on this bird. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, well, we could. Oh. No. Let's just do a toucan. Okay. Someone is saying they would buy the whole set of, they would buy the whole set. I would totally get the whole set. And the reason is because it is one of those things where when you get the colors, you're going to wish you had the rest of the colors. You know what I mean? When you start playing with them. And it's really hard to determine what colors you think you would use the most at the time. Just a little toucan of my appreciation. Get it? A token? Get it? Get it? I think you do. Okay, sorry. All right. So there we go. Let's get this out of the way. I just love being able to kind of position things where I want them before I use them. All right, now we're going to go a little off key here because normally I might like search up a picture of a toucan just, you know, to see what it would look like color-wise. And I have no idea. So we're just going to wing it. But I'm thinking bright, happy colors are definitely the colors that my toucan is definitely going to have. So I'm thinking yellows, oranges, a little red. And I want to say, now I should know this because when I was in Hawaii a couple years ago, my husband and I got pictures with these big fancy birds sitting on our heads and around us. It was really funny. And I should know better. All right, so I'm going to start with olive. And let's see, let's go. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to zoom in and I can't do that, I think, when I'm already shooting a video. All right, so there is my beak. And then I'm thinking around the eye. It's yellow, so I'll do the darker yellow and then the lighter yellow. And then let's see. This bird's not a toucan? Are you kidding me? Isn't this the Fruit Loops bird? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is like, what is this then? Like, seriously, are you sure? It's a parrot? Oh my gosh. Well, I'll show you how we fix this. It's my card. It can be a toucan. Well, which one of these is a toucan then? This one? Is that a toucan? I thought that was a parrot. Or that was a parrot. Or that is a parrot. What's that? The toucan has the long beak. Okay, so what is this then, for sure? Is this a parrot? I thought like these were. In my world, this is a toucan, and it is bright, happy colors, so I hope you like it. It would not be the first time I called something the wrong name. Has anyone seen my pumpkin, what was I calling pumpkins? Pineapples, oh my gosh. I am impressive, people. Try to stay calm. All right, so we're just gonna color this in with some darker and darker aqua colors. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Can't believe you guys don't think this is a toucan, because in my world it totally is. Oh, I hope you guys are laughing. It's really all you can do when I'm shooting a video, right? All right, now I want this little ring to be kind of a contrasting color, so we'll do this. All right. I guess the moral of the story is don't know, don't care. All right, my little toucan of appreciation. I think on the inside of my card, I should have a little asterisk. Should put an asterisk right here, and then on the inside of my card, say something about the fact that this is not a toucan on the outside. Don't let my degree in biology fool you. I don't know a lot of stuff. All right. I gotta grab a piece of cardstock. As we say to my dog, pretty but dumb. Okay. So embarrassing. So my idea was that we would cut this off a little bit. Yeah, that's good. All right, there's some schmutz on my label, of course. It's not coming off. So this is my little sanding block. The sand eraser from Tombow. You can get these at like art supply stores. Like legit art supplies, not Michael's art supplies. I say that lovingly, of course. Well, maybe I don't even need to trim this down. It's cute the way it is. All right. This little toucan of my appreciation. Okay, so what I can totally do instead to cover up my stupidity is cover it like that and put something else. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, he's cute anyway. Where'd my stamp set go? I don't know. It's fine. I don't know why you guys want it to be correct anyway. Okay, so I'm trying to think of something fun to put in the background. Ooh, I know. You can never go wrong with swirlies. So I'm just going to stamp some swirls in the background of this card because I think it'd be fun. Just send it to somebody who doesn't know the difference. Well, apparently you all know the difference and I'm the one who doesn't. Oh well. By the way, Kathy, I saw that and I'm glad I've made you cry today. My mission is accomplished. Kathy knows me, so she knows. Oh, goodness. Seriously. I can't wait for it tonight at dinner. How was your day, dear? Oh, fine. I just don't know birds, like, to save my life. All right. So we're making a fun background to go with our incorrect bird. Using the swirls from Swirly Bird. Oh, it's a bird set, so that totally makes sense, right? All right. The background is fun anyway. Okay, Sherilyn doesn't know. There we go. I feel better. Thank you, Sherilyn. You're very sweet. All right. We're going to pop this bad boy up. And then we're going to put something else on here. A little ribbon. Ooh, I have just the ticket. Some bright, happy ribbon will go right on here. Or, ooh, right here. All right, still cute. So what did we learn today? We learned that Dina does not know her birds. We also learned that toucan is not this. What else did we learn? So sad and pathetic. I think I might add just a little pop of color on here, though, to really just make this card kind of sing a little. Goodness! And then we're going to be done. See, this is why you don't do one more card. Okay, so this is 5 1/8. Oh, just one more card. What could go wrong? You could embarrass your complete lack of bird knowledge to all your stamping friends worldwide. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can handle the bees after this. Birds maybe, but no beads. Bees. Okay. So I did just a pop of Tangerine Tango on here, and then I'll put my ribbon. Oh, it is going to be too short. So we'll just pull on that ribbon a little bit. See, I tell you, I make ribbon bow down to my desires on a regular basis. See, totally fits. Ha. Ha. It works. Okay. And then we'll pop this up on our card. I know I have at least one sheet of dimensionals out here. Oh my gosh, Emily, are you dying? I know you're dying. Emily knows. She knows me and my pumpkins and pineapples and toucans and not toucans. Oh, there you go. I hope you guys are done laughing with me today. So let me bring back all the cards we made. Here, we'll get rid of these because they're taking up a bunch of room on my table. Should probably close that ink pad up before something bad happens. All right. So we made a bunch of cards. We've got a toucan that's not a toucan. We've got a box full of love. You can put lots of cards in here. Never actually stamped anything on here. I totally could, though. All right. We've got a bunch of dimensional backings. Shocker. I find these in all kinds of interesting places. All right. You make me so happy. That was before the toucan, clearly. Let's celebrate. Which is just bright and happy. See, these are happy cards. Oh, amazing you. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Well, and then I showed you this card, which I just stamped the bunny last week. Oh, so there's everything. All right, these will be up on my blog, hopefully by Wednesday. You never know, though, with me. Okay, as always, let's get out the Sharpie and discuss. Okay, so please order. Ordering helps me oh so much. When you order or share, you'll be entered into a drawing for the free stamps. When you order, use VCSSJGV. Oh no, that's a Q. QG, sorry. Full disclosure, that's a Q. Order with that code. Share the video, and you can do that on YouTube or Facebook, depending on where you're watching this. And then you'll be entered in a drawing for free stamps. And if you won the free stamps, which let me run through those names again really quick. Jane Johnson, Jolene Barnes, Barbara Dorman, or Burnett Ryan, sorry. You guys all got free stamps, so email me. Here's my email, by the way, drekow@yahoo. Email me for your free stamps or your address so I can email them to, or send them to you. Oh my gosh, easier. Then, product shares. Please order those by the end of this week. PRODU. We filled up last week's, and then I have more, the next group has started. So please make sure and order those by the end of the week. And I'm going to cut off the registration at that point. When you order, at least $50, I have a fabulous gift for you. And it is pretty fabulous this week. Sent out to you. And then our online classes for this week. Make sure you register. There is the cake soiree and the oh my gosh, it's the box. What is this set called? Sure Do Love You. Sure Do Love You. Both of these classes are awesome. Oh my gosh, the cake soiree are amazing. I just have to say, Sure Do Love You, they're pretty awesome too. And that class comes with the gorgeous printed paper we used so much today. So there's lots of great stuff. So you can register for these on my blog. The link is actually at the top of the screen that you've been watching me from. My blog address is there. You can also get information about the product shares there as well. So check that out. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. I would appreciate it. Of course, it's celebration. We didn't even really talk about it. I showed some celebration stuff, but of course, when you spend $50 or $100, you get to choose free items in our celebration brochure, which is fabulous. Fabulous. And as we now know, this is a toucan, this is not. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for stamping with me today. I will be back here next Monday at the same time, same place. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Have a great week. Love ya.